What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. App like you got some sense. Smash the like and subscribe button. Goes a long way, helps the channel. Also, share the content. We like it when you do that. On a frigid Wednesday here in the Midwest, we are enjoying some of the best afternoon weather. I mean, it's just so pretty outside, and especially us being next to the rivers. Oh my goodness. Just a great time to take it in. But we got a great show for you nonetheless today. Florida. Florida beats the brakes off Kentucky, and I just didn't see that coming. Then Illinois. Illinois beats Michigan. And how bad has it gotten for the Wolverines? We'll go into that in great detail. Kansas State. They are playing no games. And in the Big 12, Kansas State and Arizona State was one of my teams on the bubble. Arizona State loses. Hey, Kansas State is a player. They are a player. So we'll go ahead and get into that. Then Iowa State, they survive a thriller. We'll go ahead and get into that game. And then SMU. How dangerous are the Mustangs? These stories and many more when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Here at App Stupid, drop the spot. Better pizza, better ingredients. If you got the app open, you can go ahead and check out the Shaq-a-Roni Pizza, $12.99, and that's for members only. And then there's Papa Pairings. You get two and more when you pair the papadilla. You get the cookies, you get the breadsticks, and the whole shebang. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Yeah, shout out to Papa John's. Make sure you all get you a pizza tonight. Enjoy some NBC Chicago Wednesdays. That makes the time go by. But looking at the game, and we'll start here. There's no need to go ahead and bury the leads. We'll start here. I did not expect Florida to come out swinging. And yeah, Billy Napier, you all know I like Billy Napier. I am a Billy Napier guy. I don't think he's a bad coach. Despite what the Gainesville faithful have to say, I think he is a great coach. I just didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. And if you're Stoops and the dummy bunch, I mean, the season has been up and down. They played Georgia really tight. They got embarrassed by South Carolina. They beat Ole Miss. And you would think that they would try to salvage the season. They lose to Vandy, and then they coming into Florida. Kentucky's been very successful against Florida as of late. But when you look at this game, and you're just like, okay, Kentucky can get back in the winning column. Oh my gosh. Florida was having none of that. And I know when I was talking about Florida at that time being 2-2, I was like, hey, look, they've got a winning record because they tried to paint this narrative that Florida had the roughest schedule in the country in June. And I was like, only reason they're virtue signaling now is to try and give Billy Napier some cushion. But I've got to give credit where credit is due. At 4-3, headed into week 8, he's actually a good coach. And if you're not biased or if you're not deranged or living in some sort of alternate universe, just appreciate what you see. They beat Kentucky through the air and on the ground. 279 for the Gators to 165 for the Cats. 197 on the ground for the Gators, 144 to the Cats. The Cats was gator bait. They were chum in the yards. Now you look Florida. They were put behind the 8 ball 12 times to convert from third to first down. They did it 6 times. That's actually great. You would take that stat and efficiency, and it was sound football. They didn't need to go for it on 4th down. They just played sound football. Kentucky, horrible. And those 4th down moments, they went for it 5 times. They were only successful 1 time. The interceptions from Kentucky it was appalling to sit there and watch that. And you had to ask yourself, Vandergriff, I kept telling everybody I was not impressed with Vandergriff. I thought that Vandergriff was a guy who just, even from the beginning of the season, I said he couldn't throw. And you had that guy's skill set at 26 reps, not 35, not 41, not 52. You had him set at 26 reps, 12 of 26, 165 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Yeah, that was him. And he pulled it down 8 times. He called his own number, and he got 33 yards out of it. Kentucky was reeling. They were reeling. They didn't do anything in the first quarter. And then at halftime, it was 27-13. 27-13 at the half. And you got to be thinking that Mark has a trick up his sleeve. He's got something. Him and the dummy bunch, they're not going to go ahead and sit down and go quietly into the night, but they did. Dig more into this game when we come back from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern. You know what we do. New Currency and DJ Fresh. The Encore in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites are Encore, The Intro, Never Give Her Back, The Vapors, and If I Ever Take You Home. Many more hits. New Currency and DJ Fresh in stores now. Yeah, Currency and DJ Fresh. DJ Fresh. Encore. Make sure you go ahead and get that one. But getting back on this Kentucky game, Kentucky didn't have a rusher that had over 40 yards. And you're not going to win a running back by committee when everybody is averaging. The top 3 rushers were Vandergriff, Wilcox, and Sumo. Now, Sumo, he's usually a beast, but oh my goodness. Really? Come on now. The wide receiver room, nobody had over 57 yards. It was a bad showing. A bad showing on all fronts for the Kentucky Wildcats. And Florida, look, hats off to Florida, because his name is Jaden Ball. And I don't watch much of Florida football, but when it is on, I do kind of find it interesting. That guy had himself an NFL tryout at the expense of the Kentucky Wildcats. He had him an NFL tryout. This dude touched the rock 22 times, 106 yards, and 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns. Oh my God. He was Florida's offense. Then you had Elijah Badger, He 3 catches for 148 yards. That was insane. That's him chasing the deep ball. And DJ Lagway, I will say, Lagway, he's up and down this season. Not going to say he's ever going to make one of our quarterback finalists, or he's not going to be in that Heisman category that we put up our stats, because we show you the work. Whether you agree with it or not, we always show you the work. Lagway, he's 1,024 yards on the season, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Yeah, he's not going to be there. But if you're going by a game-by-game basis, he had a pretty decent game. He had a pretty decent game. It was nothing for him to hang his head over. Like I said, he didn't start the season on fire. He's not out there like the Cam Wards, the Jackson Darts. Even Jackson has dipped at some point. He's not out there like Will Alar, Nico Lamaleva. He's not that guy. But he was that guy against Kentucky. And if you're the Wildcats, where are you going to get a victory right now? Where are you going to get a victory right now? There's simply not enough time left for the Wildcats at 3-4 to try and salvage this season, because they play Tennessee. They have Auburn in Lexington. I don't know if they're going to win that game. Then they have Tennessee. They're not going to win that game. They've got Murray. Texas is pretty pissed off. Texas is waiting on Kentucky to show up to jump on them like a dirty mattress. And then they play Louisville. Who knows what that's going to look like? Because now Louisville and Kentucky need both of those teams need a win to save their season. So, Gainesville faithful, let me know in the comments how you feel about Billy Napier actually having a winning record right now in this deep in the season. This is Big Vern. We'll be back.